Imagine obtaining the perfect gadget or stylish clothes for free. Attractive, right? Is this miraculous treatment a financial trap? New buy now, pay later, benefit or curse? Greetings, and welcome back to Moneycraft Masters, your financial empowerment channel. Personal finance hot topic. Buy now, pay later plans appeal and hidden hazards. Can these promises of rapid pleasure with delayed payments be true? Or are we missing a financial risk? To improve your financial knowledge, stay tuned as we unveil the facts behind this economic phenomenon. Moneycraft Masters investigates popular financial decisions to find the truth. After establishing the scene, let's explore this financial trend. Buy now, pay later, a shopper's best friend, or a financial seduction. Discover the complexities of instant gratification and its long-term ramifications. Next, our first episode examined the buy now, pay later appeal buy now, pay later appeal programs. Online shopping carts and brick-and-mortar stores provide these systems, enabling you to buy now and pay later in smaller sums. It sounds ideal. It's not just convenience. The BNPL psychology is fascinating. It exploits our demand for immediate fulfillment. Take care. The moment may be great, but the consequences may be horrible. Our investigation will reveal frightening ways BNPL, which appears harmless, may stealthily affect the hidden costs of convenience. We discuss this convenience's hidden cost. BNPL plans seem interest-free, unlike credit cards, which charge a lot. Selling well, but is this the whole story? Late fees hurt despite not paying interest. Costs vary and may be costly. Missed payments on small transactions may result in a percentage-based late fee. Still more, traditional lenders are regulated more than BNPLs. Consumer protection and long-term viability are problems with unregulated financial arrangements. The following section will explore how these little charges and regulatory loopholes may empty your wallet. Stay tuned for BNPL deal analysis and financial implications. Segment us. Remember that Moneycraft Masters aims to educate and empower you as we end this section. The next session will explore BNPL and compare it to traditional credit. Our subsequent discovery may change your perspective regarding your next simple purchase. As we navigate the complicated world of IBU, now pay later's arrangements, we must recognize that every financial decision we make unexpectedly influences our future. Continue investigating these benign offerings. Truth behind BNPL facade. This portion will focus on BNPL mechanisms, not its gorgeous facade. Beyond the marketing, we must evaluate the real-world impacts of pay later. A debt cycle analysis is needed. BNPL schemes offer simple payments but may lead to debt and expenditure. Does each simple Jesus at checkout lead to more purchases without payment? Multiple payment plans with varied dates and conditions are easy to get caught up in. Your credit score will also suffer. Unlike credit cards, several BNPL services don't report timely payments to credit bureaus. Recording late payments might damage your credit score. Using one-sided reporting may hurt clients trying to enhance their credit scores. We'll also examine how BNPL plans may cost more than expected without interest. Late penalties and invisible expenses can make BNPL services cost. Consumer finance and BNPL future. Anticipate. BNPL trend, consumer finance impact. Recent indicators suggest BNPL may dominate retail more. This development prompts calls for regulation and consumer protection, like with credit cards. Next, we'll discuss these estimates, expert opinions, and consumer behavior studies. BNP will change. What should discerning customers know? We'll ask these questions as we untangle modern consumer finance's complex web. Moneycraft Masters interprets trends for financial empowerment. Knowledge is half the battle and the key to victory. As we examine buy now, pay later, consider the larger picture. Is this pattern showing our shifting credit and money habits? Stay tuned as we connect the dots. BNPL's financial mindset and decision-making impact. This section explores BNPL's psychological and behavioral impacts, the immediate financial impact, and how these services may influence our spending and debt patterns. The ease of BNPL can quietly shift our spending thresholds. Once expensive, it is now inexpensive. Do we feel calmer about debt due to this change in perspective? In the sea of simple payments, each installment is a commitment, a chunk of our future income reserved. Another draw is invisible spending. BNPL bill divides purchases into smaller payments, making spending less real. This may generate expenditure and financial discrepancies. Do we neglect our financial obligations? BNPL's impact on financial planning and budgeting will be examined. Next, we'll discuss managing your funds while perusing BNPL offerings. Vision for BNPL and responsible finance. Let's anticipate. How should users use BNPL without hurting their finances? Our subsequent discussion depends on it. We'll examine budget-friendly BNPL plan management. BNPL regulatory trends and customer impacts will also be examined. Financial watchdogs monitor this growing company. How will the projected changes affect BNPL? Moneycraft Masters educates you financially. Join us. Stay curious, informed, and, most importantly, tuned for more eye-opening finance and other insights. We must face reality after BNPL's psychological and behavioral oceans. In practice, how do these services compare to traditional credit? Continue researching BNPL's practical implications on everyday finances. Real-world financial scenarios with BNPL. This portion examines BNPL in familiar financial contexts. Imagine desiring a new laptop or a much-needed vacation. BNPL makes that expense appear manageable by breaking it into smaller installments. Is that simple? Reduce it. Double-edged BNPL convenience. One side makes expensive items seem cheap. It can lead to overspending. Without the pain of parting with a large amount, it's easy to lose track of your spending. The BNPL domino effect must be considered. Layering BNPL plans. What happens? You have future paychecks set away for past spending, making financial balance difficult. A broader picture exists. How does BNPL rank in cumulative purchase costs, including fees and potential income lockup? The next chapter will use numbers to compare BNPL to credit card purchases. Seeing the bigger financial picture, the financial situation of BNPL should be examined beyond acquisitions. This extends beyond individual choices to understanding BNPL's role in consumer finance evolution. The economy's ripple effects from BNPL use will also be evaluated. Deferred payment arrangements tie up consumer spending. What happens? How will this influence consumer debt and savings? Moneycraft Masters recognizes trends and their effects. Your financial mastery is our goal throughout. Watch for our next research chapter to affect your next click to purchase. After peeling back IB now, pay later, this modern financial tool is more than a speedy shopping strategy. It shows our changing finances. BNPL's more significant economic and financial impacts should be examined. The following chapter covers financial decision-making and the economic effects of BNPL on consumer spending and the economy. BNPL's growth is financial. Thus, informed customers must understand it. First, how does BNPL affect consumer debt? Is splitting payments fostering debt? How does this influence consumers' finances? We'll examine studies on these issues and BNPL's long-term impacts. Another concern is economic sustainability. How does widespread BNPL use affect the economy? We'll analyze expert research and economic projections to establish how postponed payments affect consumption, savings, and financial market stability. Expect surprising financial and ecological findings in our upcoming part. Moneycraft Masters helps you understand economic forces beyond human choices. BNPL World Future Preparation. After our deep dive into BNPL, we can look ahead. How can people handle this financial change safely? How can you gain from BNPL without its drawbacks? Our last piece covers financial planning for BNPL-dominated markets. Budgeting, careful spending, and BNPL details will be discussed. Financial changes are frequent. Thus, education is critical to financial control. Join us as we conclude our look at buy now, pay laters to prepare you for today's purchases and a lifetime of sound financial decisions. Money Construct Masters build real-world financial expertise, not just trends. As we finish our journey through IB now, pay later, it's clear that this isn't just a financial fad, but a significant issue in our economy. This last lesson gives viewers the skills to use BNPL properly. They are making informed financial and lifestyle decisions. Budgeting under BNPL begins. How do you budget when affordable payment options tempt you? We'll cover tracking to avoid BNPL commitments overwhelming your financial strategy, Cash flow analysis, spending patterns, and BNPL limitations are needed. Reading the small print is critical. To avoid surprise, costs, and credit score damage, read each BNPL service's terms and conditions. We'll discuss agreement monitoring and comprehension. We'll discuss cautious spending. BNPL is helpful but shouldn't encourage overshopping. We'll explain how to distinguish wants from needs and manipulate BNPL. Our conclusion seeks to balance things out. How you utilize BNPL, like any tool, stay with us as we finish this guide to help you use BNPL in your financial toolset. Final thoughts and outlook. As we continue our in-depth look at IBY Now, Pay Later, this economic model transforms consumer spending and credit. However, with the appropriate technique, it might boost your financial plan. Moneycraft Masters provides the newest personal financial thoughts and guidance. Though our adventure ended today, financial mastery continues. Keep checking back for more financial decision-making advice. We appreciate your company on this BNPL adventure. Remember that financial knowledge is about creating a future that matches your beliefs and ambitions, not merely analyzing trends. We'll advise you as you build your financial future.